I have heard how my parents died. My brother and I were sitting in a locked bedroom and could only listen. We heard the knife stabs until their screams stopped. The police decided that our parents were accidentally killed during the robbery. I never believed it. In our neighborhood, no one had any money, especially immigrants like us. After a month in the orphanage, we were picked up by the only remaining relative in the States, a woman named Randolph, a medium, our grandmother. Our mom never talked about her, and hid away her letters without opening them. I think that Mrs. Randolph thought that she cared about us. She taught us. I still remember rituals, prayers, and constant promises to reveal what happened to our parents. But later, it was always later. When will we be ready? My brother was the first one to escape. He joined the police force. I left her after. I, like my mother before, did not respond to her letters. They were just another promise to reveal some secret if I came back. When they stopped, I sighed with relief. Finally. A local lawyer visited us shortly after. Grandmother was killed, stabbed with a knife. They suspect a robbery. The voices of my parents came back, and they are not alone. Our town is eating itself. Death comes for our people, for my friends. I can't take it anymore. Grandmother was trying to understand what was wrong. She tried to tell us, and I'm starting to believe her. She solved crimes. She helped the police to find the perpetrators. I have to take her place. I have to go back to her house.
Your brother is a police officer who needs your help. Every day he will send you a new crime case. Your goal is to solve it. You can use divination rituals to uncover new clues. Once you find the culprit, fill out a report and send it to your brother. Solve the test case to convince your brother to accept your help. Why did you come back? We've been watching this old woman go crazy through all our childhood, and now you want to take her place. What are you doing? Well, fine. Do you want me to help you? Then let's conduct a small test. Make an invocation to the souls of the dead and tell me, oh great seer, which of the neighborhood kids broke my window. I'll send you a description of them, just like the ones the old woman worked with. If you find out who did it, then we'll talk. One of them committed this terrible crime a couple of years ago on December 14 at 1 o'clock in 1902. I live on the first floor in an apartment at 2 Meadow Street, and don't even think about deceiving me. I know who did it. I just want to test you out. The candle is a conductor. It provides contact with the spirit world. Rituals only work while the candle is burning. As soon as the contact is established, the light of all the candles will change to blue. As soon as the candle goes out, connection will be interrupted and rituals will become impossible. At this moment, all candles will change their light from blue to yellow. You can find spare candles next to the candlestick. Remove the extinguished one and light a new one to re-establish the connection. The doors of all ritual rooms are marked with clues. Find a room with a wall map. It has a symbol of a compass. In order to work with a ritual map, you need dowsing rods. In order to find a person, do the following. Make sure that the ritual candle is lit. Put the person's dossier next to the map. Use the time on the calendar. Hover divining rods over the map. The closer the rods, the closer the person. The rods will cross in the place where the person was. The rods will spin if the ritual candle has gone out. Place the flag on the right address in order to add a clue. "14th. He lives on the first floor in an apartment at 2 Meadow Street. Well, I think we just found him. Her methods are working. Who would have thought? Well, okay. If you're so anxious to find out what's wrong with our town, let's work on it together. I was allowed to take part in the preparation for a major court hearing. On the outskirts of town, at 18 Barn Hill Street, lies the Fulton Farm, home for a closed and deeply religious family. As it turned out, they were too religious. Earlier this year, one of them murdered their youngest relative in their own home as a sacrifice. All of the Fultons now cover for the murder, but only one of them made the sacrifice. I don't even know who was in the house. Try using the dosing to find the murderer. Put the victim's dossier. Walk around the house, crossing of the rods will indicate the direction towards object. Find out on which object the rods intersect. Memorize the object and return. If the rods are starting to rotate, the ritual candle was extinguished. Light it up. Find out the meaning of the item and mark the killer's feature. Time, or clock. Alright, so time. They are 30 years or older. Time of death. There's only one old person, I think. That was in the same location. That makes sense. I think we found it. I heard something terrible today. I just heard a woman blaming her husband for not being able to kill his own grandson. Annabelle had to do it herself to appease the voice of God. This case gave me an idea about death of our grandmother. The strikes of different people should be different, right? I studied the autopsy results of our grandma and found a couple of oddities. Each stab was weaker than the previous one. In the course of the struggle, such a clear pattern is impossible. The direction of the blows also doesn't match up. They are too similar and weird. Knife strikes were aimed at the chest area, and the blade was directed not upwards or downwards, but almost perpendicular to the body. Maybe she was killed in her sleep, and the whole robbery was staged. If so, then someone was trying to disguise premeditated murder. Who wished her death? I will try to find the last people she spoke to. Are you sure everything is alright? I know that at night you are busy helping me, and during the day you try to open new rooms in the house, but there is a limit to everything. Maybe your hallucinations with mirrors are just a reaction to a lack of sleep. Do me a favor and go to rest as soon as you finish this case. A local schoolteacher died of a heart attack right in the middle of the church. This case would not interest us if the headmistress of the same school had not died of a heart attack at the exact same hour. You want to know about another coincidence? The headmistress corresponded with our old woman for the last several years. An autopsy has shown that they were poisoned an hour before their death. Find out who did it. Double victim. Green. Green toy. Shows the color of the murderer's eyes. Green eye. Brown. Brown clothing. Hair. Okay. That's that, I guess. I have to figure out who fucking murdered these people. Huh, okay. Mark where the killer was during the poisoning. It happened 1 hour before the murder. So wait, green eyes and brown hair. This matches. This also matches, though. Does not match. I think those are blue eyes, yep. Oh, it says it right here. I don't need to look. My time is running out. I need to relight. All in the same place. But she wasn't. It's you, then. Hey, son, grow up, you're doing well. It's scary, y'all. Killer, Tristan. Mark where he was. Saying two of his features. Wait. I must have forgotten something. I forgot to make it a clue, I think, yeah. Okay, and for him, green eyes, done. Mr. Kinnock told the investigator about how the school treated his son. Teachers did their best to make him quit the school. This Irish boy should know his place, and other nonsense you'll hear in old families. It all ended with the teacher persuading other children to beat him up. It worked too well, and now this boy will not be able to walk. Mr. Kinnock said that his son's future was taken away from him, and he couldn't bear it. I won't say that I condone his decision, but I understand him. The connection with our old woman turned out to be a dead end. It turns out that she was in active correspondence not only with the headmistress, but with several professors throughout the country. They discussed some scientific issues. I will study her letters and report the result later. An old policeman asked us for help. He used to work with our grandma, but stopped after the police cut all ties with her. If we help him, he will tell us why. This interested me, so I decided to agree. The case itself is solved. Mr. Bones, a sailor dismissed from the Navy, quarreled with his new employer over money and killed him during a scuffle. He threw the body into the basement of some abandoned house. Bones' confession is already on my desk. The problem is that the murder took place at night, and Bones was drunk. So he has absolutely no memory in which cellar the body lies. The relatives of the murdered man asked to find the body for a burial, determine the hour of death, and find where the victim and Mr. Bones were at the time of murder. If you succeed, this cop will tell us something new about our old woman. The Wheel of Thanatos will help you find the exact time of death. It is located on the first floor. No candles here. Place the victim's case on the stand. Follow the instructions. In order to determine the hour, day, and month of the death, do the following. Make sure that the ritual candle is lit. Put the victim. Determine the zodiac sign of the victim by using the table on the next page. Turn the Wheel of Thanatos so that the black arrow points to the zodiac sign of the person. Identify the key letters of the first name. It depends on the element as described on the next page. Open the Chaldean table on the next page. Determine the number for key letter of the name. Turn the Wheel of Thanatos so that the red arrow points to the key number of the name. Identify the key letter of the last name. It depends on the element. Open the Chaldean table. Determine the key number of the surname. Turn the Wheel of Thanatos so that the blue arrow points to the key number of the surname. The smoky icon means that the death happened in the morning. The moon icon shows that it happened in the evening, so you need to add 12 to the hour of the wheel. Fuck. Born in July. Hey there, Harpen. Hope you're doing well. July 11th. Okay. Cancer. And water. Last letter of the name. Okay. Last letter of the name. N. If the surname has If the surname has identical letters, then the key letter of the surname is the first one. If not, it's the last. Why am I reading fire, though? Okay, so it's the opposite of fire. Running out of time. No identical letters, so it's the last one, which is P. N and P. in 5 and 8. Calm down. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think that's correct. Hold on. Okay. It is correct. Wait, no, it's not. There we go. Happened at daytime. Hours 11. Day 8. Month, first month. 11th of first, 8th of first month. Okay. Is there a way to add this to the clues? Oh. Do I know the year for this? Oh, okay. Wrong. How is this possible? I mean, it feels correct to me. Maybe the name got wrong. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, it doesn't say anything about the identical letters. Oh, whoops, it's S. So, 3. Yes, this should be it. Calm down. Success. Oh wait, that wasn't the only one. Location of the suspect at the hour of death. Gotcha. Are you looking for water with those dowsing rods? No, I'm looking for clues. Alright. Location of victim at the hour of death. We checked the place you indicated and found the body. So our new friend agreed to tell us about his work with our grandma. Previously, she was often approached by local officers, and she helped them without any charge. It all ended because of the last case. She's found for them one particularly brutal gang, but they were released because of the personal order of George Brooks. The next day, all 12 criminals shot themselves. They say that the last of them was muttering something before his death. It was something about the voice of God calling them from beyond. The police didn't work with our old women after that. Also happened, thank you for the follow, I missed it. The whole city knows about this case. In 1882, smugglers on a run from the Rangers hid in a house on the outskirts of the town. At 1 South Way, I don't know what that means, round, I'll say it, and killed local shepherd and his family. The case was closed many years ago. Now, part of that gang has decided to move back to our town. I've already found them, and I know that almost all members of the gang were involved in that case. I don't need your help to find the guilty. On the opposite, send me the names of those who were not in that house in 1882, in the day of murder. They will go to jail. The rest of them will meet the gallows. Is there a time for this? I guess I have to figure that out. Let's see here. May 5. So you're Earth, Taurus. Where am I from? Can't tell you that, otherwise my mystery will all be destroyed. Alright, let's see. Earth, the 4th letter of the name or the last letter, if the name has unless or H, which is 5. If there are more than 5 letters, then the key letter of the username is the 5th one. I. Which is 1. Get off my ear, dude. Alright. It's night, so add 12 on that. 21? Wait. 12. $18.82. Not eaten. No way. Oh, wait. Ah, I see. He's air. I miscalculated that. The Mons number confused me, okay. Third letter of the name? C. I'm going to replenish my time. Alright, C. 3. If there are more than 5... Alright. So that's still correct. Nothing fucking changed. Oh wait, in the middle. Right. Success. We have the time. They were not at the crime scene on the time of murder. Where were you? Fuck me. Oh. No thanks. Alright, can I mark this somehow? I guess not. Found him. Well done. We will visit them tonight. Still, it's strange that they came back here after so many years and take the risk of being executed. They are not the only ones, though. We've already arrested several wanted criminals who suddenly just showed up in our town. The new judge is tired of signing death sentences. It seems to me that we began to attract all kinds of madmen. I couldn't understand all of these terms and formulas from her letters, so I asked a local professor for help. It turns out that in his youth he studied with our old woman at the university. She had a science degree. Who would have thought? Unfortunately, this gentleman's family suffered a tragedy. His granddaughter was killed. She and her fellow students threw a 3-day party at 6 Barnhill Street, and after walking away from the hangover, they found her already cold body. The murder took place in October 1904, but we do not know the exact day. I saw how our grandmother was able to establish a connection between the killer and the victim using tarot cards. If you repeat this ritual and find the killer, the professor will help us with the letters. Tarot cards will reveal the connection. It's on the 2nd floor. Good God, we are screwed. There are 2 mirrors here. What a pain. And of course, it's almost pitch black. What the fuck is this? This tarot card reading will help to find out the connection between the victim and the killer. Make sure that the ritual candle is lit. Put the victim. Shuffle the deck until its images shine with light. And watch out for the death card. If you see it, do not open any further. Shuffle again and start from the beginning. Keep opening cards until you'll draw the Justice 11. Open and memorize one final card after that. Find out the meaning of the card and mark the connection between the victim and the killer on the nearby list. The divination has begun. The following card will tell you about the killer. The murderer is part of the family. So one of these? Blimey. These two look almost identical in face. Twins, perhaps. Need to find out at which time they have perished. September 24. Air. B. Don't look at me like that. N. Which is 5. Too much distraction. Out of my way, please. Libro. That's solid, I think. $14. Masterful. Do I even need to know anything else? Markin sent where he was? What? Has it... Who is he talking about, though? The killer? I guess so. I put a little pressure on her during the interrogation, and she began to sing. I thought that she did it out of jealousy, but there was something else. Only during the interrogation, she mentioned where she heard about the betrayal of her groom and her sister in a dream. This professor lost his second granddaughter. I personally came to arrest her, and yet he kept his word. During her university years, our grandma came up with an insane theory of what she called consciousness transmission. This is the assumption that thoughts and feelings live in some kind of invisible field that can affect people. Judging by her last letters, in recent years she has come to the conclusion that even the thoughts of deceased people can emit these residual waves. If I didn't know that your fortune-telling works, I would consider these records to be absolute nonsense. Maybe the professor's granddaughter heard something from beyond. This time I sent you an example of a crime that no one wants to solve. One couple terrorized residents of a small neighborhood. They carried out armed robberies and intimidated witnesses after. The locals couldn't do anything about it, because the girl's father is, let's say, is quite an influential person. It all ended badly. The couple was killed. Amelia at the end of 1903, near the house at 7 Glover Street. Lucas in September 1904. In a local shop at 4 Glover Street, experts say they were shot from a same revolver. The locals refused to testify. Maybe they deserved it, but if we don't arrest the culprit, their friends will come to the neighborhood and we will have a lot more victims on our hands. Then the killer's dossier. Then where he was at the first murder and then where he was in the second murder. Then the result of the victim's tarot reading. Judgment. Murderer seeks justice. The Emperor. The killer is a man. Okay. These three guys. So these two are officially out of the question. Got to find out what time they died. I think a mirror will open soon. It's about time. Hold on. I think I will have to use the rods to figure out the specifics. That's false. Wish I could get rid of this. Okay, so that's a no-go. Gonna have to use the Thanatos again. August 13. Fire. Leo. A, which is 1. It's also A. 6. 28th. 7th month. Nani? Thought I had that on point, actually. Did I get the date right? Yes, the date is correct. She is fired. First letter of the name. Oh, whoops, I put the wrong one. So it's R. Which is 2. So that's 13. First month. How about you? October 5. Air, like bro. Third letter, C. 3. Fifth letter, which is A. Not A, sorry, E. Which is 5. Sixth day. Is that 9? Guess so. Perfect. $28. Says it right here. And he is on the 4th. Okay, so to find the man. Gonna check for Lucas first. Okay, maybe not him. Problematic. Let me see. This is the women's death, which they both were there. He had nothing to do with it. Matthew Price? No, it's not. Oh, here we go. Jerry. Alright, Jerry, you're going to jail. I mean, death sentence, I guess. Where he was in the first one. Then the result of the victim's tarot reading. But I have two of it. Seeks justice, I guess. They're both technically. This makes more sense. What? What? Alright, I guess it's a man. We'll go with that. How can you not find a man because of a tarot reading? That makes no sense. Okay. I guess we'll put in the fact that he's a man. Even though I'm clearly giving them the suspect that I found out, which is weird. If that doesn't work, I don't know what will. I forgot everything. Leo, fire. First letter, A. 1. R. Which is 2. You died at 13. $28. First month. Running out of time. October 5. Libra, air. Third name, C. Fifth, which is E. He died at 6th month. 20 and 6th day. Wait. Well, fuck. I must have miscalculated. Oh, that's 9. Forgot about that factor. So it's a man. He is a man. Yes. A murder weapon was found in Mr. Hancock's house. I believe that he did not act alone, but he refuses to name any accomplices. During the interrogation, he almost immediately confessed and said that he was haunted by thoughts of their murder. These thoughts didn't end even with the death of the Walkers. Now he dreams about other murders. This cannot be a coincidence. All killers mention strange dreams and voices. It seems that among the dead hides the one who can control the living. It's good that there is one among us who is able to control the dead. It is you who can control them, and vice versa, right? There must be an explanation of why you are starting to see her more often. Maybe it's because you are using more of her rituals and they are making contact easier. But why does she hunt you if she herself left you all these instructions? I know it's hard for you, but we have to keep going. You solved the last case. Those who hear the voice cannot stop after one murder. Someone has to catch the guilty, otherwise we will face even more deaths. Over the past couple of months, screams and sounds of fighting became a common thing. Such a fight recently happened on the outskirts. We have found a body in a homeless camp at Southway Road. 1. I talked to the informant and identified 5 suspects who could have been there at the time of death, 1904, early September. The problem is that they can hide anywhere. I don't need to find all people from there, just the killer. Send me the name of the killer and where he is today, on 30th of November, 1904. Interesting. Definitely gonna need the rods for this, I bet. That was weird. Wrong way. Not even. Alright. I'm going to reset. That doesn't reset it either. Huh. I guess I could draw a turret if it lets me. It's a woman? No, it's not. The high priestess. The murderer has an accomplice. Interesting. So what does that help me with? How many times can I do that? Oh, shit. Wonder if it would give me different clues. No. So it'll give me the same clue every time. I've done that. Time to find which time he died. You seem to have died an untimely death. March 3. Water. No, March 4, not 3. Still the same though. Okay, pisses. Pisses, how do you fucking say that? Water. Last letter. Y. 1. I. Oh, whoops, I was looking at air. It's the first one. H. 5. Excellent. Pretty sure I made it. What's with the spooky mirror? Your grandma comes out of it and kills you. Doesn't really kill you immediately, just becomes a threat in the house, I think. That's where he died. So I have to find someone that was at the same place. Grandma. She's the one that got us into the ritual shit before she died. In our childhood, basically. He wasn't there. Not him. Evil. Hmm? Okay. These two. Wait. Doesn't say they're dead. Unreasonable family relationship. There must be a reason. Oh, wait. Maybe. Let's see. 13th of November. He's dead. Got it. It turned out that we are dealing with two murders. This morning, Edwards tried to hang himself in his cell. He said that he planned to share the loot with Balk, but the devil convinced him to keep everything for himself. We were right. It was this voice again. The people who've fallen under the influence of the voice are not connected in any way. They have only two things in common. First, they all live in our town, and second, this voice compels them to commit murders. Whoever that voice is, it wants to drown our city in blood. Maybe our grandmother was trying to stop it. I decided to leave this whole problem with the voice for a while and focus on finding the killer of our old woman. This may help us to find out what is happening with the town in the long run. One of the suspects is Henry Saunders, a very hot-tempered young man. He worked in his father's shop and often delivered groceries to our old woman. In July 1904, a fire broke out at his home on Durham Road 2. Only one body was found inside. It was heavily burned, but we recognize it as Henry's wife by her jewelry. Saunders himself is mysteriously missing. I suppose he could rob our old woman and set his house on fire to fake his death and quietly leave town. To confirm this, I need to know what exactly happened during the fire. Why did it open into my face? Okay, we know the date of death. We don't have anything to do with the Thanatos wheel. Nor the... I think we need Tarot. Or actually, no. We don't need to do any of this. I just use the map. It should be easy enough. Certainly. Alright. Ah, unknown hour. So I do need to use the Thanatos. Even though I could probably randomly go through it, but might as well be safe. April 1. Fire. First letter S, which is 3. It's the last one. Oh, wait. It's the first one, which is also S. $20. It happened at night. Then 9th month. Piece of shit. How is it wrong? Everything is correct. What is that dot? Hmm? It says 22. Why is it showing me 30 then? What did I get wrong? They're both S. Is it not? S. Identical letters. 2 S's. So it's S again. That is weird. My brain is about to explode. This is as correct as it gets, dude. This is the thing. Someone breathing? Yeah, you did. So it's S both ways. And S is 3. Is this fucking bugged? Let me see by brute force. Stay the fuck down, Grandma. How do you deal with undead grandma? How would I know? I never had her chase me. What is she doing? You did something? She tries to enter the house by mirrors. So you close it before she makes it in. Okay, she died there. We know that. I'm gonna clean up here. Now figure out where he is. What? Dead? Hmm. That makes no sense. So, he's dead. Even though he's known to be alive, I think. Wait. Oh, that makes sense why the Thanatos didn't find anything. The victim is alive. The guy we think he faked his death is actually dead. It's a frame. Sophia faked her death. Wow, that's a twist. I could have found it by using the Thanatos, I guess. That would make sense. Air. In. 5. What was he again? February. Air. D. For these nuts, anyway. Wait. 5. Oh wait, that's not how it goes. D. D is 4. And it's Aquarius. 7. $22. Yep, that checks out. There it is. Wow, what a twist. Now, where is Sophie? Running out of bloody time. Okay, where she is now. December 1. Still in the same house. Okay. Oi, that door cost me a lot of goddamn money. Here we go. Oh. The survivor during the fire? Well, he's not asking for the dead guy. So I have to go figure out where she was during the fire. Stop. Yeah, she apparently thinks she fucking died. During the fire. I mean, I don't think of anything else. Stop. Bloody evil being! She's so close! Oh. What? She came almost immediately! I should have just hit the fucking document. You know what? I know what to do now. You can't stop me, Grandma. I have reincarnated to kick your ass. Oh, it's right there. Hold on. So, we found that. Where he is now. That was weird. Boom. This should be enough intelligence, I think. So it was a Mr. Saunders who died and not Mrs. Saunders. We found her at her parents' house. The poor girl burst into tears as soon as she saw the officer. I decided to ask her about possible dreams and she looked at me shocked. She told me that the voice of the saint had ordered her to punish her cruel husband. The amazing thing is that she's sure that this voice was a woman's. Henry Saunders can't be our murderer, but I'll keep digging. Let's try to find out which of the possible suspects recently got rich. You're thinking it's a bribe or a mercenary job. Our next suspect, Miss Danton, is an old lady and a longtime acquaintance of our grandmother. In October 1904, Miss Danton announced that she had won a check for $40,000, and a week later, her 4 grandchildren and sole heirs came to visit their lonely old lady for the first time in 15 years. Funny coincidence. Another surprising coincidence was that soon Miss Danton died peacefully at her home at Glover Street 16. Determine which of them could have killed her. Until then, I will check whether she really won the money or she just visited our old women. Jesus, she looks very intense. Then the killer's dossier. Then the result of the victim's reading. Runes? What the fuck? That's new. Are you gonna tell me about runes? Or... what the fuck? Oh god. Rune fortune telling. I'll figure this out once I find the killer. Killer used a false identity. Secret of a person? I guess I have to use it after all. But the suspect dossier... Make sure the ritual candle is lit. Throw the runes on the table from the bowl. Put those of them that lie with the sign up back in bowl. Clear the table and throw the runes from the fuck. Repeat the process until there's only one rune. If there are no runes left on the table with sign up, then divination cannot tell shit. The last remaining rune will reveal the main secret. It's an R. Raipo. Journey, relocation, person has found a new home. Wunjo. Joy, a new lover. Running out of time here. She is pranking me. Of course she is. In. No evil shall cross my face. So that was... grad person has lost a lot of money. Okay. Arrow. The God of Dire, person hides or changed his name. Alright. Andrew. It seems that our preacher not only decided to play the role of the grandson, but also to speed up the process of obtaining an inheritance. I got confirmation from the organizers of the lottery, so his grandmother was really that lucky. Well, more or less, and our grandma, as it turned out, remained poor until her death. She spent all the money she earned on books, cards, and other fortune-telling tools. They are worthless to anyone but you. I have only one remaining suspect, Judge Brooks. He released several of the criminals that were found by our old woman, and she, in turn, helped to lock several of his wealthy but dubious sponsors. They hated each other. Brooks retired several years ago and was happily forgotten by everyone. I will try to find out what he is doing now. Our investigation has reached a dead end. I don't know what to do anymore. I thought Judge Brooks just moved out of town, but it turns out he died 2 years ago in 1902. Judge Brooks was considered a significant figure who made this city what it looks like today. For better or worse, it was said that he was going to run for mayor. His murder is still continues His murder still continues to worry several influential people. These people were with him at the time of the murder. They saw the women who killed him. The problem is that the murder took place during a costume party at his home at Durham, round 5. We sifted out all the guests and servants who had an alibi. You will receive files of others. Maybe if we solve his murder, we will have new evidence on our old women's case. I know that chance is small, but I have no more ideas left. This is gonna be tricky. Okay, we need dowsing. Trying to take this all in. So it begins. Oh, it's a bow. Blue toy. Blue eyes. Okay. Not him. So, probably. Not him. Okay. Either him or her. 2 men, 1 woman. So we narrowed that down. Let me figure out the location if I can. Okay. So he was there. Would be great to know the hour, probably. Thanatos should come in handy. Fire. Leo. F. First one, which is B. 2. 19th hour. Okay. I should probably put that in. Just to not forget. She was absent during the time of death. Okay. One of them need to figure out the secrets of which they hold. And for this, we need runes. The target has lost or found a new job. Fuck no. Oh, whoops. Manners. Person hides or changed gender. Fuck off. Wait, changed gender? Okay. They cannot be at the same place. I'm gonna do one just to be safe. Oh. So this is hard. Let me read this again. He saw the women who killed him. This is a head scratcher. Oh wait, it's Christopher Riley. They saw that they're women, but it says they changed their identity. Christopher says they changed gender. So... or maybe it is Kayla, if it goes the other way. This is hard for me. Does it speak past tense or present? Does it change the gender to the gender they are on now? Or change to the other gender, which is Kayla right now? Fuck me. I'm gonna go for Kayla. But Kayla is not on the crime scene. What the fuck? Or I guess Kayla is the clue? The secret? Let's say. So, Christopher. Distinctive feature. Nice. This young reporter sacrificed his morality and went for murder to help the town. He pretended to be someone else to commit murder, and this gave me an idea. There was something missing in the death of our old woman. She had no debts. She had no enemies left who wanted her death. The only few people she spoke to before the murder have alibis. I checked everybody, even you, except one. I used to think she was killed in her sleep. Perpendicular wounds, strength that decreased with every blow were suggesting that. But there's another option. Suicide. She staged a robbery, then put a knife to her chest and began stabbing herself as long as she could. She did everything to make her death look like the murder of our parents, so that we can start an investigation, so you can take her place. All of this is part of her plan, and I'm afraid that soon we will find out exactly what she's up to next. To be continued. Good shit. I actually enjoyed that a lot. Except they weren't that much of a threat. But I think the point was she's like a time-based enemy. The longer the window or mirror is open, Well, time starts ticking, and when you see that shadow, that means she's almost out. So that's why she probably killed me that one time. I took too long. I had fun actually, this was interesting. I think the jump scares could use a little bit of tweaking. That fucking loud ass noise might go away. Or don't do the same jump scare in one match. How about that? Anyway, I enjoyed this one, and I hope you did too. But since the game is over, goddamn stream is over too, so thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye bye.